Are you thinking of traveling to the Philippines? Well, this video is for you. In this video, we'll talk about expenses. How much money do you need when traveling to the Philippines during the pandemic? For OFWs, you don't have to worry about this. Everything is free for you from swab test, hotel to final transportation. However, for non-OFWs, you are not an OFW, okay? You are not an OWWA member, not on working visa. Maybe you are balikbayan, you're a Filipino on tourist visa, you're a foreign national. You have to shoulder everything on your own, from swab test, hotel, everything really. So I made a survey, in group pages for our travelers. I asked them, how much did you spend for your travel to the Philippines? From quarantine hotel, food to swab test. Not including ticket, not including. And a lot of our kababayans said 40,000 pesos and up. Second, people spent 25,000 and up. One person said she spent 10,000 to 15,000 lang. But see here, majority spent 40,000 pesos and up. Very expensive to go home to the Philippines. So how true? Let's go break down the expenses. So first, let me be clear what expenses will be discussed and what expenses will not be discussed. So what expenses will not be discussed here? Plane tickets. So I cannot make an assumption or a budget on your plane ticket because that depends on your country of origin. Are you from the USA? Are you from Asia, Singapore, US, Middle East? What's your passenger class? Are you flying economy, business? The distance. You also have to consider the time when you book them. If you book same month, very expensive, mahal. If you book 3 months advance, cheaper. So just to give you an example, Philippine Airlines, New York to Manila. And Manila to New York, this was on June 12 and then come back July 9. Okay, upon check-in yesterday to, $2,728 US. Another example, Honolulu to Manila, June 11 and then go back to Honolulu on July 9. Total, $2,148 US. This is with Philippine Airlines. So if you notice, always the pattern is flights to the Philippines is more than double than the flights going back abroad. Mahal po ang Pilipinas. Philippines is expensive because we have travel cap. Limited number of passengers, limited airlines, limited passenger capacity. That's why these airlines need to put up their prices. So my suggestion, if you're planning to go home to the Philippines, it's not emergency, book at least 2 months in advance so that you can save money. Another expense that will not be discussed in this video is COVID test. So a negative COVID result is not required for travel to the Philippines unless you are from a travel restricted country going through a non-Philippine government repatriation. But for everyone else po, regular flights, commercial flights, negative COVID test result is not required. But your airline or your transiting country might require it. For example, you are transiting in Taiwan, you need negative COVID result. Another expense, how about insurance? Oh, insurance is a personal choice. It's not a requirement. Even for foreigners entering the Philippines, it's not a requirement. Health insurance, travel insurance for inbound flights to the Philippines is optional, not required. Now, let's move on to the expenses to your travel to the Philippines. So the first expense, the first time that you will take out your cash is when you arrive in the Philippines, you pay for the swab test. So the swab test or the COVID test will be administered. It will happen on the 7th day upon arrival. So if let's say you arrive on July 1, you arrive in the Philippines, you will be tested on July 7. July 7, you'll be tested. You leave your hotel on July 10. So for swab test, you can pay online or you can pay upon arrival at the airport. But according to our kababayans who went home, swab test payment can be long. So it's much better if you can pay online in advance. How much is the swab test? 4,000 pesos. So in dollars, that would be around 84 to 85 US dollars. That's your swab test, your COVID test result. So if you pay upon arrival, you can use your card, debit card, credit card. You can use US dollars or other currencies. It will be accepted, but your change will be Philippine peso na. For RT-PCR, senior citizens and persons with disability with a government ID, senior citizen ID, or PWD ID, you will get a discount. But for children, well, children will also be tested. The youngest person I know who was tested was a 2-month-old baby. I know. A person as young as that will be tested po. Even babies will be tested. But only through the mouth for less discomfort. So if you are a family traveling together, then start multiplying by 4,000. Now, before we proceed, I'd like to give a shout out to our sponsor, Skillshare. So Skillshare, for those who do not know, Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of classes on topics including marketing, productivity, web development, illustration, freelance, and entrepreneurship. Whether you're looking to change careers, start a side hustle, or simply improve life, they have over 1,000 classes to guide you in insights that matter. I know a lot of you will be in quarantine for 10 days. Why not use that time to learn something? One of the classes that I really like there is Productivity Today by Kevin Siskar. So this class will help you regain attention in this world where everyone wants your attention. Also, you can check out Self-Care Through Creativity by Sarah Beth Morgan, because quarantine can be mentally challenging. In this class, you'll be engaged in something productive and creative to cope up with anxiety or mental problems and challenges. The best thing is that Skillshare is super affordable with just less than $10 a month with an annual subscription. And I've partnered with Skillshare, and the first 1,000 to use the link, they will get a free trial of Skillshare Premium membership. So don't forget to click the link. So thank you again, Skillshare, for sponsoring this video, and to all of you who support this channel. Now, the next expense is transport from airport to hotel. So there are only 4 options for. In Manila, you have 4 options. However, in Cebu, you need to be picked up by your hotel. Same in Clark, you will be picked up by your hotel. In Manila, you have 4 options. Hotel transfer, pick up by your hotel. So this one may be already included in the rate that you have paid, or maybe they will ask for an extra payment. So depende, no? It will also depend, are you a solo traveler with lots of luggages, family? So if family, of course, you'll need bigger, a van perhaps. That will be more expensive. Another option for transport is shuttles or vans provided by the airport, metered taxis and coupon taxis. They're in the airport then. As soon as you leave the airport, they are there lining up. If you choose the last 3 options, of course, you need to prepare your Philippine peso because you have to pay the Philippine peso. But do not worry if you don't have Philippine peso, because before you leave the exit, the terminal na Iya Airport, exchange booths are just around there. ATM machine is also there. How about sundo? Can my relatives pick me up and drop me off at my hotel? No, that's not allowed. Private car, not allowed, because they have to make sure that you won't make takas-takas. You won't escape. That's why they need this transport. There's actually a slip, a small paper that the driver needs for the hotel to sign upon drop-off, just to make sure that you talagang dumating ka sa hotel. You were at the hotel. So for this expense, I will allocate no 1,000. That's a lot of money now for a solo traveler. For family, you need to allocate more. So the next expense, and this is the biggest expense of all, hotel quarantine. For non-OFWs, we have to pay 9 nights in the hotel. Very mahal. So there are a lot of options with the hotel. There's 2-star hotel, 3-star hotel, 4 stars hotel, 5 stars hotel. Traveling solo with family, so it depends on your needs. Ganun. So just to give you an example, if you're looking at something fancy, 5-star hotel, there's Manila Marriott Hotel. For example, if you book in advance, like weeks, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, it will cost you around 8,866 per night. Total that with 9 nights, it can be 79,000 pesos po. For something mid-range, there's Berjaya Hotel Makati, 2,800 with full board meals. And then for families, this is recommended by our travelers. No, a lot of people have already stayed here. This is Kimberly Hotel. For 2 adults with children, 3,762. They have their kitchen, small kitchen, and a dining table. Yan. And for those who are nagtitipid, for those saving money, there's RedDoorz Hotel near Bambang Station. So RedDoorz has a lot of quarantine hotels, no, accredited quarantine hotels. Here's the list. You can visit my community tab. I posted it there, or my Facebook. So for example, for this very, very affordable hotel, the rate is less than 1,000. If you book like 1 month advance, guys, very cheap. So for example, RedDoorz near Bambang Station, for 9 nights, it's only 9,562. Ito na talaga yung pinakamura. This is the cheapest. And for those family, they have family rooms too in RedDoorz near Bambang Station. That's for 13,000. 2 beds na yan. Family room. So I'm saying, guys, if you're looking for something cheap, consider RedDoorz and use my code to avail discount. RQH Jennifer. Book through their website. So how much are we going to allocate for the hotel? So for solo room, for budget hotel, 1,200 pesos per night. I will be conservative, even though there are hotels that is less than 1,000, but to be conservative, we will consider 1,200 times 9. So around, magkano yan? 11,000 pesos or $230. For affordable quarantine hotel, 15,000 yung budget natin. For those who want to stay in mid-range hotels, 2,800 per night times 9, that's 25,200. Our next expense is food. So for food, there are 2 things. Is it included in the rate? So that's like just like what I mentioned in Berjaya Hotel, 2,800 with full board meals already. But for those who are considering affordable, RedDoorz Hotel po, 450 pesos full board meals. Very cheap, diba? And another thing, option, are you going to order online? Some hotels will not allow you to order food online. Dapat bumili ka talaga sa hotel nila. So it depends. Please ask your hotel before you book. If you want to order online, ask them before you book. You might be disappointed that you are stuck with their food that they serve, because you're not allowed to order food online pala. So ask them before you book if you want food outside. So for budget people, 450 pesos with RedDoorz. For again, I mentioned before, other hotels offer full board meals included in the rate. So we will not allocate for that. And other option would be order food online. Ikaw lang, you will order food every day. So it depends, no? I mentioned Jeresa, she really tried to save money and she said for 10 days order food online, she spent around 5,000 pesos. So it's kind of 500 pesos a day din. So for food, for those who are staying at the budget hotel, affordable RedDoorz, 450 pesos times 10, that's 4,500. For mid-range, it's okay because it's already included in your rate, hotel rate. Swab test, transport, hotel, and food. Other expenses after that, transport for final destination, domestic flight. So that's all the expense, guys. Once you receive your negative result, you need to wait until the 10th day so that you can leave your hotel. If you're in Manila, you can make sundo na. Pwede nang sumundo. Total budget, let's see. For swab test, 4,000. For airport to hotel transfer, let's allocate 1,000. No. For hotel, for budget hotel, 11,100. This is the budget hotel, guys, ha? 11,100 for 9 nights. And then for food, 450 pesos times 10, 4,500. Total, 20,600. Okay, this is if you're staying with RedDoorz or other very, very budget hotels. For mid-range hotels that already has food, swab test, 4,000. Airport to hotel transfer, 1,000. Hotel, which is 2,800, including full board meals times 9, is 25,200. So total, 30,200. So you see the difference, guys? Big difference, no? 10,000 difference. So I'm just saying you that going home to the Philippines is really, really expensive. And we're only talking about testing in quarantine here. How about if your flight is cancelled and then rebook and then fare difference? What if your airline asks you to pay fare difference? Ay, naku po. So, doon talaga tayo papatayin ng quarantine protocol sa Pilipinas. Doon sa expenses, guys. Not only stress, but also expenses. Very, very expensive. So, for those, for non-OFWs po, prepare at least 20,000 pesos talaga. Minimum po 20,000 pesos. Because hotel, the cheapest I have found, mga 9,000 pesos. Tapos, swab test pa. Talagang aabot ng 15,000. Yes, minimum talaga. 15 to 20, the most minimum. Average na binabayad ng mga kababayan natin, 25,000 pataas talaga. Very expensive. Such a waste of money when that money could have been spent to their families. So, kung uuwi ka, pag-isipan mo dahil mahal. That's all for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. If you have anything to add, comment down below. And God bless you all. Don't forget to like this video. God bless.